Good morning, gorgeous. I'm so excited for today's episode, y'all. Listen, we've got a hot show for you today, okay? We are tapping all the way into self-care on your Saturday, and we need this, right? And with the holidays right around the corner, there is no better time to get into the habit of loving on yourself, okay?
Yes, I'm so ready for this. And later, we talk about top celebrity makeup artists to some of the biggest stars in Hollywood, Miss Camara. She is here to talk fall trends and share with us some of her incredible glamour tips.
You have tuned in on an amazing Saturday because we have a jam-packed show. So we are also talking to the only celebrity stylist, Ty Hunter, who is joining us later in the show to talk all about styling for years for the VMAs, plus his new book, Makeover from Within. I'm super excited to hear all about it. But first, we all know as entrepreneurs, you are your brand. That is our bread and butter. So we're also going to tap into everybody who is building a brand. Guys out there, are you building a brand? Let's talk about it.
And up first, we sit down with Taylin Raymond Figueroa, diplomat turned brand consultant from London.
Woo! What's up, DC? Woohoo!
We are so excited to have you.
Thank you. I love the pinks, girls. Nice.
Yeah. No.
Talk about brand. Gosh.
Yes. So, Taylin, let's get right into it and let's start simple. What is a brand and how do we know if we actually have one?
Good question. So you guys are talking about celebrities, and I specialize in working with solopreneurs. It's being consistent with yourself and how you shop all the time. Are you consistent with how you dress? Are you consistent with your messaging? Do people really know who you are and what you do and actually get you? Those are the essence of a brand.
That's really good. And I like that. And I want to know, just as a follow-up question, as founders get their footing and become established, what are some of the things we overlook with our brand?
Yeah, so I think with a lot of, especially with solopreneurs, they're very much behind the scenes. And I'm telling them, no, you need to get in front of your business, because if you're not seen, if people don't know who you are, how on earth are they going to buy from you, use your services, trust you, like you, all of that. So it's all about getting in front of your business. And this is why Boss Diplomat turns solopreneurs into brand ambassadors. It's all about you being in front. And when you're in front of your business, people will then buy into your product and your service. It's not the other way around.
So how can we as solo entrepreneurs kind of turn into brand ambassadors? I love that. So where is the line between your business brand and your personal brand? Because it can get blurry sometimes. So what are your tips in that area?
Yeah.
Hey, every one of us has a story to tell. There's a reason why you started a business. Share that, right? That's the reason why people want to do business with you. They want to be able to connect with you and find and understand that, hey, this person really gets me and understands my problems. If you lead with your product and your service, you're just like everyone else. You're just like all of your competitors. But your story is your story. Your experience is your experience. And then when we integrate that into your personal brand, this is how people are really going to trust you, because you are no longer shying away. You're being vulnerable. And I'm not telling you to share 100% of your story. I'm just like, open that door up just a tiny bit, enough for someone to get a glimpse of who you are and why they should trust and believe in why you are the person that can solve their problem. And then all of a sudden, you're going to have a host of very high quality clients because they like you and they feel like you are the only person that will understand what they're going through. If you don't have that, that means you don't have a brand.
I mean, that is so true and that is so relatable. I think what you're really speaking to is how important it is to bring a little bit of both. You've got the business, but people ultimately fall in love with who you are, and that determines if they buy from your business.
So before you go, you are launching a podcast and YouTube channel called Be Your Brand, and you're going to educate entrepreneurs even further. So what can people expect, Taylin?
Yeah, no fillers, no filters. I'm just going to go in and tell you all the things that you're doing wrong and then how to course correct that. And I think there's a lot of misunderstanding about what branding is. People will say, I've got my logos, I've got my colors, and boom, 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 there, it's done. And I take them a step back and go, hey, it starts with you first. It's always about you first, but it shouldn't be the you show on your website and your Instagram. You're always about connecting with people and solving problems. So you're not out there talking about your life story. Share that once, and then that's it. The elephant in the room is gone. You've talked to your audience about who you are, what you do.
Absolutely. And speaking of coming to see you, Taylin, how can our guests stay informed and reach out and work with you?
Oh, absolutely. So I do have a free brand test on the website. If you go to straight on my homepage, www.bossdiplomat.com. Also, I am very, very active on Instagram. So check out bossdiplomat_branding. And check out my YouTube channel now. YouTube is at Boss Diplomat. So it's very consistent. You can find me absolutely anywhere. And I would love to see what you ladies think of my new podcast on YouTube as well. And please share the love.
Yes.
We will. Thank you so much, Taylin. So awesome to have you. You did amazing.
Thank you so much.
Y'all, coming up next, we are tapping into self-care on your Saturday. Valerie Irving is pulling up on your big screen to share why it is something we cannot go without. So don't go anywhere. That's coming up next.
Hi, my name is Brooklyn Sudano, and you can catch me on Cruel Summer on Freeform, Hulu, and Amazon worldwide. You are watching the Connect Network TV.
Welcome back. Welcome back. You are watching the Connect Network TV right here on the DCW. And our next guest is bringing all the momentum. Guys, if you have your cell phone, pull up her Instagram, momentum.monday on IG, on the gram. Please help me welcome the one, the only, Miss Valerie Irving. Welcome to the show, Val.
Hey, y'all. Hey, thank you so much for having me. Thank you. I got the memo about the pink.
I know. Look what
Right?
it's definitely giving. The girls
Love
are
it.
giving today. Well, Valerie, we are so excited to have you, and I am so excited to just dive deeper into this because we are all kind of throwing around this term self-care, right? We see it trending everywhere as if it's one lone thing, but you say that there are actually 8 areas of self-care. So break those down for us because I want to know.
Absolutely. And we do. We talk about it like it's just one thing. And we think about it as going to brunch and to having mimosas and going shopping. But actually, like you said, there are 8 self-care areas. So I'll break them down real quick. The first one is physical. It's exactly what it says, right? Get up, move around, do some things, get the rest that you're needing, right? The other thing is psychological. Learn some new things, read a book. The other thing with that is put your phone down. We stay on these telephones, so put your phone down. Next, emotional. What do I mean by that? I mean, recognize and be able to label your emotion. Social, y'all, we better check them friend groups. Make sure you have a supportive network of friends around you at all times, all right? Then we have professional. What does that mean? That means having a clear professional boundaries and living in your purpose, right? We go to these jobs, but is that really your purpose? That's one thing to think about. The other one, environmental. Organize, declutter. We have all these things stored up in our rooms. We've got things stored up in our closets. Get rid of it, right? Another one, spiritual. Having some beliefs and values that are important to you help you guide your life. And then the one thing that I think so many of us often forget about, financial. Being responsible with our finances and having a healthy relationship with our money. Those are the 8.
Oh my goodness. Those are so good.
So good.
Yeah. So there is something also super unique with how you work with your clients. You actually focus on group coaching. I love that. So explain, why is that important in your opinion?
Well, in my opinion, I think group coaching is important because it allows us to have support and community. We also find that we aren't alone. We're not the only ones going through that. We're not the only ones going through it, right? So I love it because it really fosters some amazing friendships and accountability partners. So if I had to say there were 4 things that benefit from group coaching, I would say it builds community. I would say that it shares responsibility and accountability. And then the last thing, guess what? We get a chance to learn from somebody else's experience.
Speaking of so many things to manage, there's 8 areas of this. And so it seems like it should be easier to fit in, right? But how many of the 8 would you say that we should tap into on a daily basis? How should we spread it out?
Okay. And that's a great question. And the reason I think that's a great question is because what I like to tell my clients is you treat self-care like it's a pie. Okay, well, you might not like pie, then treat it like a cake, but treat it like a pie or a cake or something, right? And what you don't do is you don't try to eat the entire pie or the entire cake, because then you're going to do yourself some harm. So I say take a slice at a time. Now, don't get a big old chunk necessarily, but get a slice at a time and find that one area of self-care that needs probably the most attention and tackle that first.
That's so good.
Yep.
I want me some of this pie. All right, DMV, before you get a slice of all the ways to take care of yourself, get excited because Miss Valerie has an incredible 2-day retreat coming up February 23rd and 24th, 2024. You can get on the wait list right now, and I think you should, because trust me, this is going to sell out. So give us a little bit of the deets about the retreat.
So listen, thank you for mentioning the retreat. I have called it, I prayed about it, and I said, Lord, what is this? And he said, it is the Serenity Seekers 2-day retreat, right? And I'm so excited about it. It's going to be here in Atlanta. It's going to be for 2 days, and we're going to be digging into at least 4 of those 8 self-care areas over those 2 days, right? And it's going to be fun, but ladies, most of all, it's going to be transformative. Transformation will be taking place. I'm already lining up our instructors, and I'm already getting those speakers together. So let's get excited about it.
How can people sign up for the retreat and actually keep up with you in your community?
Absolutely. So you can get on the wait list now, right? So you can go to my website, which is www.momentumlife.life. And if you go to the contact area, you can get on the wait list there, right?
Okay, good to know.
Yeah.
You'll be the first to know about it. If you get on that wait list, you'll be the first to know about it.
Okay, well, ladies, you need to get on the wait list, okay? Don't move, Connect family, because it is time to talk glamour, beauty trends, and Black Hollywood. And coming up after the break, plus later, celebrity stylist Ty Hunter is in the building, and he is giving us the scoop from the VMAs. So the internet streets have been talking, and we are all tapped into it. So stay close. We'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Denise Lawton, and you can currently catch me on BET Plus in the Love Tale series, or in November on Nat Geo and Disney in the Hot Zone Anthrax. You are watching the Connect Network TV.
Yes, so welcome back, Connect family. You are watching the Connect Network TV right here on the CW. We are super excited for our next guest. It is time for our Influencer of the Week, y'all.
My favorite. I'm excited. That is right, Terry. She is glamming the faces of some of the biggest names in Hollywood, y'all. But when she's not helping, right, to heat up the red carpet, you can catch her backstage of the Today Show, getting their television guests beautified. So we can't wait to get the tea on the top trends, best products, and her journey to the top. Y'all join me in welcoming the beautiful Kamara A. Unique Helps to the show. Come on, girl. We are so excited to have you. Hello.
Thank you. So honored to be here. Thank you so much for having me, you guys.
Of course, we would not have it any other way. I'd first like to start off by saying congratulations. Your Instagram page is so impressive, from Angela Bassett to even Pauletta Washington, Denzel's wife. You have Hollywood on lock. So let's talk about your career as a makeup artist. How did it get started? What's going on?
So I started my career 14 years ago. 14 years ago working in retail and working at Macy's in Herald Square, and basically asking the girls at MAC if they wanted to teach me because I was so intrigued and saw how amazing they were, but no one wanted to teach me. And so I basically taught myself. I was told that I was not good at makeup. I had friends that would say, you should stick to doing jewelry. I was a jewelry designer at that time too. And they were like, you should stick to just doing that. And I said, you know what? I'm going to become one of the best at it. And basically started to really push myself when there wasn't any Instagram, learning how to do beauty, learning how to do makeup and how to do skincare and how to service clients and customers, and then started working with celebrities. And that's been for the past 10 years now. I've been a celebrity makeup artist, and it's been a journey. It's been a journey.
That's so beautiful.
And I love how you were like, this journey started 14 years ago. People need to hear that, because we always say, as we're encouraging our audience, don't compare your year 1, 2, or 3 to someone else's year 14, because you done paid some dues. And you spoke life and death out of your mouth. You said, I'm going to be the best and teach myself. And so I love it. So was it intentional for you to work specifically with top celebs and in television?
So here's the thing. I honestly, when I first started, it was more to prove a point. It was to prove to people that told me I was bad, that I was going to become one of the best. But then I found God. And when I found God, that's when I started to realize that it was more than just makeup, that it was more than, and that's my trademark also, more than just makeup, that it was more of an experience that I was called to give women and to make them feel, even the men that I service. I work with Terry Crews. I work with Little Rel Howery, Quincy, so many men that I've serviced in the industry too, but just to help them feel safe, help them feel comfortable, help them feel seen, help them feel heard. I think one of the biggest things that I hear a lot when it comes to when I'm working with a client is that the last artist that they worked with did not help them feel seen and heard. And women want to feel seen and heard. They want to feel like it's a partnership rather than a dictatorship, right? And so throughout the years, I had to learn that, yes, I am good at what I do. It's growing. I'm getting all these amazing clients. Of course, yes, I could text Miss Pauletta and, and I still jump when Angela Bassett texts me. Yes. But I also have to remind myself too, that this is a service thing, right? Why is God sending me there? What is the reason why I'm going to be with them at this moment? Because when I look at myself as doing makeup, I look at it as I'm laying hands, right? Who am I laying hands on? Who am I touching? That's why even for you guys, as hosts, and who is touching you, who is laying hands on you, you want to be very intentional about those things and knowing those things. And so that was a process that I had to learn throughout this 14 years. And it's been really hard because, because it's never been done before. It's never been spoken about before, but it's something that God has called me to do.
That is so beautiful. And that just gave me chills what you said, who is laying hands on you, because it's so important. There is a real energy exchange that happens with makeup, with hair service. So I think it's so beautiful that you take so much pride in what you're doing.
And I want people to know before you go, like, you are not just doing the makeup, you are also creating or have created your own beauty line, Kamara, A Unique Beauty, which is super amazing. I want to know, how did you come to create this award-winning faith-based product line? Tell us a little bit about it, because I want to know.
I started in 2017 before talking about God became a trend, when it was not normal, when it was, at first my line was named after my clients. And when I put both feet in with God, this is right before the pandemic, I basically, I felt that something was shifting in the atmosphere. I felt like something was different. And I was like, okay, God, I need to shift. And with shifting, I'm going to change the names to the women in the Bible, because this is what speaks to who I am. Like, I want people to know how dope these women are, because I think we look at other brands and they're honoring all types of things that I don't believe in anymore. I don't believe in these like this anymore, but I believe in this story. And starting the lash line was something that God said, I need you to do it. And he created a plan and a way for me to do it. It became an award when we won the Essence Best in Black Beauty Award for Best Lashes, because the product is good. Like, yes, the anchor of the product is, of course, all things good. So it was very intentional creating the brand. And I just posted this today because somebody sent me a message and was like, wow, this message on this was so intentional. And I was like, not many people actually read the messages that I put on the box, because each message is a dedication to the person that's purchasing it. So this one has a Prophetess Anna is a limited edition lash that's in here. And this one is for a woman that basically, I wrote this dedicated limited edition box is to the women who are daily clothed in strength of the Lord. Women who may appear to be experiencing setbacks, but the joy of their Lord is the strength. No matter what your age, your marital status, or your financial status, you are happy to be a servant and a vessel of God's, right? And just understanding what it means that no matter what is coming against you, no matter what is trying to block you, no matter what is trying to hinder you, you're always going to find your joy in God, because that's the main thing. Because if you don't find your joy in that, whatever it is, the promises that's going to come, it's not going to make you feel fulfilled, right? You need to get that fulfillment first. So this book, this lash line is helping women see their beauty in a different way, so that it walks you through that process of not trying to paint a picture of what you think you should look like, but actually actually falling in love with what you actually do look like.
So I just want to say thank you, because you are literally like the walking, talking definition of good energy, and you gave us above and beyond. So I cannot wait for your relaunch of your devotional. Look, number one thing right here. Okay, so we need to make sure that everybody watching is connecting with you for everything that you have. So please let us know, how can they find you? How can we support you? Where can they follow you?
So you can follow me at Kamara A Unique and Kamara A Unique Beauty on Instagram. I'm also on TikTok, even on YouTube, and my websites are my name, Kamara A Unique, and Kamara A Unique Beauty for the lash line also.
Yes, that's all we have time for today, folks. Thanks for being with us. I know we'll be seeing you soon. And don't move, DMV. Up next is the one and only celebrity stylist, Ty Hunter.
Yo, this is Master P. Keep up with Natalie at the Connect Net.
We are happy you are sticking around on Self-Care Saturday DMV, because you cannot have self-care without a little bit of hot topics, baby. And we have the one and only talking about makeover from within. That is the title of his new book. Celebrity stylist Ty Hunter is in the building. Welcome to the show, Ty.
Hey, thank you. You ladies look amazing.
And so
That means so much coming from you.
right.
For having
Don't
me.
gas us up. We are so excited to have you, Ty. So great to meet you. We have 11 things we want to talk to you about in just 5 minutes. So let's not waste any time. Let's dive in. And
Bring it
before we
on.
tap into the VMAs and all the trending moments, we've got to start with your incredible book. Most people know you from being Beyonce's stylist for 20 years. We see the glitz, we see the glam from the gram, but there is so much more to your story. What can people expect from your book?
The truth, the realness, and just letting people know that you can overcome and be anything that you want to be. I'm a country boy from Texas who had a dream, and I was able to live it. And it's a lot of obstacles. Life is hard out here, but you got to keep going. And so my book it's about my life. It's the story of my life. Beyonce wrote the foreword. Billy Porter wrote the afterword, and I got quotes from the amazing Naomi Campbell. So that stamp alone is just enough. And it's just, I do Ty takeaways. If you follow me on social media, you'll know that I'm crazy, but also motivating. And my page is sunshine. It's a place to go. So my book, I tell my story, but then I do these Ty takeaways, which is like, I made a left, but if I would have made it right, it would have went this, so much better. So it's just a blueprint to success and just believing in yourself and not giving up on your dreams.
Oh, I cannot wait to read this. We talked.
I did the Audible just in case.
Okay, I love audiobooks. Yes. This was a form of self-care for you, right? Writing the book, and it allows you to be so vulnerable. Can you speak to some of the topics you mentioned, like your sexuality, your journey, your family, so much?
It's so much. I've never been in therapy, so this was like a therapy session for me. I wrote this book with the wonderful Isla Mel, who wrote Project Runway and New York Fashion Week. And so we would do just like this Zoom calls, and we would write together. And there was moments, I would be crying and I had to take breaks and stuff because, life is just amazing. And when you say things out loud and write it down, you understand why things didn't happen right here because something greater came later. Quote from the Bevy Smith. And I learned so much more about myself and my family and, roller coasters from being shot. I was shot in both of my legs. I had to learn to walk again. Being a Black gay father, and just working with the amazing Destiny's Child, how that story happened, and just where I am now, just leading to just growth and just learning more about myself. I never knew I would be an author. I never knew that I would have my own, clothing line. I never knew that I would get picked to be part of, Obama's My Brother Keeper initiative. So a lot of great things happen. A lot of times you just got to just keep going, and it's not easy. It's not easy. That jump was very what did I just do? Getting off of payroll, getting off of, stability and just the familiarness of that cycle of life, just getting away from that and just trying new things. I learned so much more about myself and other gifts that I didn't even know that I had.
So after 20 years of creating trends and style for some of the biggest, we already talked about her, Beyonce. How has styling artists and celebs changed, or has it at all? And I want to add something, because before we got on here, we were talking. I heard your weekend was amazing. So tell us how the styling has changed and if it hasn't, but then share a little bit of the details about what you were doing this weekend.
Styling has changed tremendously. And, when I started, we've had pagers, I didn't have Google. I didn't have this device in front of me where I could talk to you like this. Like, I had to really get in there and style. And the kids today, I touch a celebrity one time and be like, I'm a celebrity stylist, but I put in the work to the title belongs to me because I've earned it. Not, it's just a different time. As far as things have changed, my method is still the same because it's not about the clothes with me, it's the therapy. Like, I learn what my clients' just insecurities are, what they like, and make them part of the transaction. I don't just show up with a piece because it's off the runway. It's like, it's not about the clothes, it's about the confidence. And I preach this all the time. We're not born with clothes on. Our first outfit is our skin. Until you get right in that outfit, honey, nothing's gonna work for you. So I just get to a place of having them understand that you're part of this. How do you want to feel? And then we go from there. And as far as this weekend, Harlem, it was so much fun. I live in Harlem, so just to be in my hood and attend like fashion shows, and the parade was this weekend. And it was just good for them to turn the Harlem streets into a runway and have all that glamour and elegance in my hood. So it was a great weekend.
What do you recommend for other stylists who are looking to become seen, sought after, relevant? What are some tips you have for other people who are stylists that want to be discovered and want to kind of get into this niche?
I would definitely say have somewhere where you have your work stored. If you don't have a website, at least if I go to your Instagram page, I don't need to just see selfies, girl. I need to see fashion. I need to see what you're selling, and you got to speak up. You can't, closed mouths don't get fed. So if you have the opportunity, you're in a room with people, I think the fashion world think you got to be like prim and proper and cute and, I'm all that. Like, but you was in a room with all these people who could change your life. So learn to communicate with people, talk to people, and be humble, be nice. Because a lot of times I've seen stylists, make it and they become these monsters and it start trickling down. So you just acknowledge people when you walk in a room, acknowledge people. We all jump in like, look at me. And you just never know. Who you're talking to can change your life.
Ooh, that is a word right there. So tell us, Ty, what is next for you? Because I have a feeling we'll be seeing a lot more of you. What's going on? What's next?
I have a lot of great things, a lot of things I can and cannot talk about, but I do have Synergy sprays coming out this year. I have handbags coming out this year, and I'm working on a show with one of you guys' friend, Miss Natalie. So if you need the down, talk to Miss Natalie and she'll fill you in on the rest. But yeah, I'm really, really excited for what's to come, and God is amazing, and I'm just blessed that He is allowing wonderful spirit, people with good energy to flow in my direction.
Yes. Wait, but before you go, let the viewers know, how can we follow you? Where can we find your book? Because this is a must read.
My book is pretty much everywhere. It's on Amazon, but you can go to tytryone.com, tytryone.com. A lot of people think it's Tyrone. It's not. It should have been, but it's not. It's tytryone.com. And all my social media platforms as well is tytryone.com. Tytryone, Tytryon. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ty.
That was amazing. It's so hard to say goodbye, but that is all the time we have for now. But you know the deal, DMV. We will be back next week with more inspiration and motivation.
That's right. And if you miss any episodes, do not worry, baby, because you can watch them all Netflix style on our website, theconnectonline.com. And we will see you next week.
Bye.